Sadguru Nath Maharaj Ki Jai, and welcome to Jagadambe Reads the Holy Books of India, Ramayana 303. As you may remember, Sita was praying to Agni for the sake of Hanuman. If it is true that Rama has any affection for me, if there is at least a small amount of good fortune which is due me, let Hanuman be unaffected by you. If it is true that my only prayer is to be with Rama once again, let Hanuman be free of your fiery touch. Agni was prompt to obey her injunctions. He was cool like the paste of sandalwood, and the wind Vayu blew softly on his son. Hanuman was, in the meantime, amazed at the fact that the fire had not hurt him at all. He asked himself, though my tail is burning so bright, I do not feel the heat at all, and my tail is not being burnt up. I feel a coolness, as though sandal paste had been applied to my tail. There is no doubt about it. This is as amazing as the appearance of a mountain in the middle of the sea when I was coming here. When the Lord of the Seas was filled with respect for Rama, so much so he sent Menaka to greet me. Is it a wonder that then the god of fire has decided to leave me unhurt? Sita's compassion and the glory of Rama and the friendship of my father must have made Agni refrain from hurting me. Hanuman had seen all that was to be seen. Suddenly he roared and sprang into the air. He gave them a jolt. He grew to an enormous size, and he reached the top of a roof, which was not easily accessible to the captors, who were dragging him along. He made himself small enough to make the bonds slip from him, and grew again to enormous proportions. He grasped a pillar in his hands and beat up all those who dared to approach him. He sat for a moment thinking on his further course of action. What remains for me to do, he asked himself. What can I do now to hurt Ravana further? His garden is destroyed. Several of his good fighters are gone. I have killed one of his sons. I should now set about on the task of destroying his fort. This fire, which was used to punish me, has been denied its food, since he does not hurt me. It is but right that I should feed him. I will set fire to the mansions in the city. Hanuman was like a cloud lit by lightning as he leaped from housetop to housetop, active to an unbelievable degree. Assisted by Vayu, Hanuman was busy setting fire to house after house, mansion after mansion, palace after palace. It was a terrible fire which rose to the skies, plied with the food supplied by Hanuman. The houses of all the important courtiers of the king were burnt up. All the rich brocades and silks and precious articles in the mansions and palaces were reduced to ashes. Hanuman finally landed in the house of Ravana, and he touched it also with fire, and soon it grew into a blaze. The city was aflame, and the leaping flames made one think of the conflagration at the end of the Yuga. The citizens who were so full of exuberance a while ago were now panic-stricken. Screams could be heard everywhere, and there were innumerable deaths as people jumped down from the terraces of the burning houses, and Hanuman was unaffected by the havoc he had caused. The flames were licking everything they touched. Perhaps, thought the people, when Lord Mahadev burnt the three worlds, it must have looked like this. The sound made by the buildings tumbling down and the cries of distress from the people added to the crackle of fire, and they were all together making a terrible noise, and it seemed to reach the sky. Hanuman seemed to be a being from another world. They could not believe that a mere monkey could be capable of so much valor. It was evidently not born on this earth. Fright was writ large on the faces of the people of Lanka. Sadguru Nath Maharaj Ki Jai. Thank you for coming. I hope you come again.